bigger roster at Le Mans because there were 3 Cadillacs, 2 from Chip Ganassi Racing and 1 from Action Express that raced at Le Mans in June. But for whatever reason, that's been their strategy. Other teams have done this from time to time. For instance, when Bert's team COTA won at Spa earlier this year, they did that with a 2-driver lineup. One of their drivers was busy in Formula E that weekend, so that necessitated that. Toyota has done it on occasion, so it's not unheard of, but they're the only ones doing it here this weekend, that's for sure.
I think we got heat. This is going to be tough.
You know, usually the drivers say they like it because it gives them more practice time, it gives them more seat time to get ready for the race weekend, but you're right. This is abnormally hot, I would say, for a WEC race, so yeah, I think maybe this is what we wish they could have had some assistance.
Fans, just take a breath for a moment. Think about this. Earl Van, Matt Ham, Kevin Estre, Mike Cobb, Sebastian Boyd. Listen to those names. Think about their successes. Sebastian, your spirit, what it's like to go around COTA for yourself. Try yourself up against Earl Van's times. Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Don't like those odds.
3 water stations around the track. Everybody's doing great.
You say cooling center? Concert cooling center? Yeah.
Could be.
Okay, just checking.
But probably get Tickle, Yanni, and Angela. And Lauer, yes. And you know, I talked to Neil about that. For so many years, he was known as Neil Yanni because he's from Switzerland. But I found out that the name actually is from his family's Indian heritage. So he says Johnny. Ah! So there we go. That was educational when I learned that a few years ago.
I've got all his CDs, Johnny.
Julian Ackland has been a bit of a revelation. There's some talk prototype roster is already part of the Porsche team in a sense, but to actually be off factory team will be by the way, TV coverage now here in the States, especially all the way, is now full of. Most of your got interview, Max interview. You can watch every session, every race, 3 practice, 3 onwards, every week. So the investment in the markets.
And they have a great YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
Lots of content on their YouTube channel.
Full access is the other show. Highlights. Full access. Just quite interesting.
They're putting out content last night. I think I checked today, but yeah, they got lots of. What a brilliant idea to put it on Max, because that is probably a very highly consumed platform. Yeah, that's right.
Tell you what, I do like that.
how about that? 51.50.
losing out on the other car, sister car, in 10th position.
Yes, right. Did not get around in time to start one more lap. He took the checkered flag, so that number 6 Porsche has been so strong this year. Started with better than the team.
qualification for the top 10 setting, effectively the top 10, who will then fight it out for pole. 3 Ferraris out of the top 4, Cadillac right where they need to be in the home race. Alpine, as you say, perhaps the story of the day there as they get into the top 10. And disappointment for Peugeot, Total Energies just by 200.
It was close. They could have used a little bounce of their step and provided that, but still, it's a long race. You can find your way forward from 11. Cars good over the course. So big that that means there's a big chunk that will not score points. The lower part of that, you're only scoring a few points here and there. There's a couple legends, Vincent Voss on the left, Kevin Schwantz on the right. But, you know, he knows that if these Ferraris are as quick as they appear to be, this could be a fulcrum point in the championship.
Yeah, very much.
And it explains some of that frustration, Kevin.
Here we go, watch the red light at the exit of pit lane as the number 7.
We have like a minute.
Toyota gets ready and we take a close look at the Ferrari.
What a car it is to the 499P. Absolutely gorgeous. It looks like a Ferrari prototype is supposed to look like. Yeah. 3-liter V6 twin turbocharged engine that Ferrari built with a little help from Dallara. They designed the tub effectively, and Ferrari did the rest. Started testing back in July of 2022. He's been racing for a couple of years now. There's 2 big wins, and Le Mans so important for the Ferrari brand.
And just, you mentioned the points there, I just want to reiterate that there are 6-hour races, 8 and 10-hour races, and of course the one Le Mans 24-hour race. For this, the 6-hour race, 25 points for a win, 18 points for second, 50 for third, 12, 10, 8, all the way down to 1 point for 10. And away we go! Final qualifying. This, the Hyperpole for the Hypercars. This should be a fun session. Get your popcorn out, get your checkered flag on, and let's go racing. So there you go.
Who's your pick?
Ferrari.
Oh, that's just too easy.
Too easy. Actually, I fancy a bit of a little battle, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that
Especially with that Louis car.
oh, I asked him about it.
Yeah.
He did admit that feathers all worked. It was the New Zealand feathers and the legal feathers. Yeah. Carefully thought out. He lost his racing. No. He's a hunter. Big hunter in New Zealand. But I said to him, he said, yeah, the last one was in Texas.
Okay, he's about to go hunting a pole here.
Yes, right now he's hunting himself here in the wild, wild. What I like is the interpretation of design. They're able to put their touches on, which we really didn't have with the other cars, did we? They were a bit well, these are so much more distinctive.
And that is part of the rule set to give the manufacturers a chance to put their brand identity into their prototypes, which I love. Again, if you're trying to justify the expenditure that top-level sports car racing entails, you know, you've got to justify it to your board, and if your board looks at this car and says, that's a Cadillac, you know, that doesn't do you any good, but that's clearly a Cadillac. It looks like one, it sounds like one. It's true of the Porsche, it's true of the of all the cars on the grid. You know, certainly the BMW, I think, does a really great job of incorporating the brand identity. I think that's a huge part of the success of this car.
Swinging from side to side, trying to fight you if you stay still in the belt. Then you start to climb uphill to what I love, this particular corner here with the tower back to the 10, flying around tumultuous time, should we say, for Nick. In and out of all sorts of teams. Formula E, Formula One. Doing great here at Sports Car Racing. He jumped straight in and was a success. I think they like him.
They definitely do. The plan was for him to be part of Toyota's lineup before he got the opportunity to go to Formula One racing. He kind of left him at the altar, but they were quick to
on a lap so far that's trending to be good enough for pole. Chasing off
off of the team car.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
153.90 is the best.
Turn 20 then for the BMW. Vantor at the wheel. Chasing that 499P. Keep that change here in Austin. They certainly were the favorites coming in. They still have to execute over 6 hours tomorrow. Would you agree with me that with a two like that, there's a chance to perhaps play a little bit of strategy in terms of trying to at least get one of the cars as a sort of air to get out front?